Hello viewers, it is Bazooka Bulldozers here, and today we are going to be touring the biggest and best plot world in Bedrock Edition, which is named Aurora Plot World. This world is home to a ton of builders, like hundreds of people that build here in total. And it's a realm, so you're able to build any time. There's a lot of different people that are very good at building in a bunch of different styles. There's people that build cities, medieval stuff. There's also stuff like ships, trains. If there's a style that exists, this world has it. This world also has paid building competitions for cash prices, which is funded by the company Aurora and also marketplace sponsors, because there's a bunch of marketplace companies that also sponsor this server and help fund their building competitions, which is pretty cool. There's a ton of cool stuff in this world, and this is going to be a very long video, so make sure to get your popcorn, set back, and let's get into it, shall we? Alright viewers, we are now in the Aurora plot world, and we are going to do the tour. So we are going to look at spawn first, then go to the rest of the plots themselves. So yeah. So this is the spawn. We got the walls here with this cool custom map art. I think it's map art. They did it extremely well. It is without rules, guidelines, info, frequently asked questions. Without credits and donations, fan credits here. Without competitions, there's the L-shaped challenge, which was last month. And these are the winners of said competition. We got the promo board, which is promotions for the marketplace companies that kind of go with Aurora and stuff. But yeah, which is pretty cool. And then there's community notice board, which is basically advertisements. This is really cool. There's multiple very cool chandeliers. And this is balcony that goes all the way around the main room. The rest of this is kind of not accessible, but yeah, we got the map rooms now. We got Builder of the Month, which has all these different people as the Builder of the Month. And we got Idiot of the Month. And we got this over here, which is we got the map of the world, and we got all of the different competitions that happened this year in 2025. These two have already happened, but the classical competition is coming up in about 2 months. And there's NPCs that will teleport you to anywhere you want if you just punch the thing. These are all of the build challenges. It's like the ones that aren't cash prize. These are for fun building competitions that have happened in the world. And over here, we got other building competitions for the past. The server has existed since January of 2023, so it does have a bit of history onto it. There's also season 3 and 4. We got plot of the month and spotlight plots. And then kind of the same thing over here. We got future competitions for the year 2027. As you can see, coming in 2027. And then over here we got more building competitions. And these are coming in 2026. And then over here we got season champions for each season. I think we're currently on season 2 of the plot world. So we are going to look at these ones. We're going to go from the north and then go clockwise around the map. Let's go north first. Hello? Is it gonna load? There we go. Took a minute to load, but here we are. This is a little TP hub. This is at all of them. So here we are at the north section of Aurora plot world. This has this kind of TP center that's fancy for all of the different areas. And there's the letter on top to represent the direction. And then there's this, and memory of a blue bird. Rest in peace, Cooper Huff. And over here we got some cool stuff. There's this kind of snowy landscape, which I like. The hills are pretty smooth. There's a city that's being built over here. I really don't like the black roads, but it is what it is. We got some pretty nice things going on here. I also don't really think railroads are supposed to turn at that sort of an angle, but this city still looks fairly nice. It has like elevation to it, which is cool, and I like the power lines. We have a mountain being made over there too. There's this plot which is in progress. These plots haven't been touched in like a while. But yeah, we got some medieval builds going on here. I love the way these builds are made. These are very nice. I'm not really gonna go for all the random stuff. That's some monster thingy. I don't know what it is exactly. There's kind of just a bunch of random stuff over here. Seems like there's not really an organized build there. So, going on to the next one. There's this, which this is where the L-shaped building challenge took place. But it looks like the builds are no longer there. We got some ships over here. We got some huge ships. I love these sips. Like I honestly have big respect for people that build sips like this because it takes a lot of dedication and skill to make sips like this with this much detail, and especially like the bigger sips that are like hundreds of blocks long. And now here we got trains. There's a lot of different train designs, which is pretty cool. All of these trains are built very well. There's another ship that's not finished yet. We got military vehicles like with their own names and stuff. We got some tanks of varying sizes and types. We got some fighter planes. We got whatever that is, more plane and tank. And we got the greatest tank on the planet with wooden body wheels. And it's this much bigger fighter jet. Another fighter jet there too. And who knows what this is up here, but there's planes that come out of it. It's just pretty interesting. There's more ships way out there that we're gonna check out. All these plots are marked but empty. We got another ship over here which looks extremely good. Oh, it has a full interior too. This ship has a full decked out interior as well. We got all these cannons on the sides of the ship where you'll fire your cannons in times of war. There isn't really much over there, but over here we have something huge. We got this ship which is insane. Like I would not have the dedication to build something of this size. Like, this ship is incredible. It's not finished yet, but I imagine once it gets finished, it's gonna look extremely nice. Over here we got more stuff. We got another ship. Someone's making some person or some figure. We got this little tower on castle on the hill kind of thing. No interior yet. It looks unfinished, so. And I think this is the same thing, just put in the air. There's another insanely big ship over here. Gulf Oil. Is that, and there's, and I don't know what that is. There's only one unfinished build over there, so I'm going to ignore that. It looks pretty nice though. We're gonna go more towards the newest stuff. The stuff that's more finished. And over here we're back at the LC build challenge. There's something over here. We got roads, which this is going to be a city. That's the east sector. We got a city going on here with these curved roads. And you can see in the roads, they have the marks in the roads that kind of guide the drivers to where they're supposed to go. That's that sip we saw earlier. We saw all those already. We were at the east sector. Over here, we got more stuff. We got this huge train over there. One of the less detailed builds in this world. We got this Japanese style kind of archway. I have no idea what this is up there. We got a mountain with a gate with like a vault and some ice spikes coming out of it. I like it. And there's a second Empire Victorian house here. I'm liking this. There's this stuff. There were multiple LC build challenges in the past, but this is the most recent one, I believe. It's got a lot of cool stuff. Like that plot, for example. Look at that. There's this huge castle thingy on the top of this mountain, which was handmade, by the way. There's no world edit on this server. So all of this is handmade. And there's even a face embedded into the mountain with a crown, which is very cool. We got this medieval house on top of a hill, which is cool. Trees. There's a lot of unfinished builds here. This server mainly uses like Xbox group posts and like other stuff to get builders, because most of the people here play on console. So like, I imagine a lot of them come onto the server, build something, and then just don't finish it and leave. But yeah, this is pretty cool. There's a huge build over there. I'll wait a bit to tour that. We got this castle sort of thing. Some bridges to go across the towers. I love it. Down here, unfinished, but there's gonna be this big tree on the top. This is a huge mushroom kind of thing. And we got a water as well. We got this, which is a little military air hangar. We got what looks like a plane for a rescue plane of some sort. Another we got a bunch of other unfinished stuff over there. There's this kind of like town with these really detailed buildings. There's this other modern building. All of them have interiors, at least to some degree. Really nice, like palm trees. the idea of using the grass for the trees is actually genius. As long as no one updates as long as the blocks don't get updated and those grass blocks don't go away. And yeah, builds. I'll say build challenge. There's more modern buildings, which all look really nice. There's this, which is kind of like ocean of lava, and it's like these are like some volcanic mountains, and it's like and there's this figure coming out the top, which looks like it wants to kill me. So, and it has wings too. So. We got this guy here holding what looks like a scythe of some kind. Wait, never mind. I'm stupid. That's his hand. It's an oar. It took me a second to realize that's an oar, and he's standing on a boat paddling through the water. Very cool. But the amount of creativity that some of these people have on the server is insane. I've never seen this much creativity on a Minecraft server before. But Aurora plot world is truly something different. We got another kind of city thing, a big sinkhole. You can even see where like there's sewers and pipes going underneath the city. And there's like a thing that's going through the building. And there's some other buildings as well. There's this huge pink thing. These road designs look pretty similar to like 2023. Like Bazooka City in 2023 basically had these road designs. We got an ice racing track with this skyscraper in the background, which looks really nice. Which has a gradient going up. There's this. I honestly don't really know what this stuff is. We got some Japanese architecture just floating. I don't know how they're floating or what the lore behind this is, but it's pretty cool. And this is other castle. This is one dude here that just builds these insane castles. And they're really good. Pretty sure it's the same guy that built that castle over there, because they have kind of the same building style. It would be crazy if these castles had interiors though, that would be insane. Not really anything else over there. We got what looks like some kind of dragon going out the ground. And over here we got a couple of houses. Really nice houses. I wonder who made these houses. They're really good. Yeah. We got some really nice houses here. These have interiors as well. Oh, la la la. Okay, these houses are good. Got a kitchen. We got the living room, which is a 2-story living room. That is awesome. Laundry room, I believe. this goes back to the dining room, which goes back into the front door around the loop. And there's the garage, which is in the back, and there's some stuff for tools and stuff like that. And we got a staircase that goes up to the top. There's this really cool balcony that kind of goes around the living room. And there's that. There's a closet there. And here we got a huge master bathroom, which is attached to the master bedroom. We got a spare bedroom there. But yeah, very nice house. It honestly makes Bazooka City look like shit. And that's who built the house. And there's another house. This one doesn't have an interior, but it has a completed exterior. Another very nice house. And then there's a standalone medieval build. I think that's the same one we saw when we were going towards this area. I don't know why I'm not using my fireworks, because the fireworks are clearly faster. We got another figure here. It said Hero Rose. I think that's the person building it. Anyways, time for the insane builds that we were waiting for. First we got this, which is another castle thingy with a lot of towers that jut out from the main building. The walls do feel kind of empty in places, but it is a very nice castle. There's also this too, which has like this dome in the middle with all these towers. It's a cathedral. I really love this cathedral, it's good. Another cathedral over here. It's a smaller scale. Still really good. I don't think it has an interior though. It does not, but I think they're planning to add an interior because there is planning blocks in here. There's this, which we got some tower with a bridge going across a pond. We got more Japanese Asian architecture here. House. Stay tuned to see that. That is huge. We got another snowy kind of land. With kind of like the snow running down the mountain, kind of like it's a waterfall, which is pretty cool. And we got trees. I love it. There's this huge tower here with a ton of custom trees around it. These are very good custom trees. And there's a dragon right beside the tower. There's a couple other smaller things that I haven't looked at yet. There's like this, which is we got this kind of arcade machine with Mario out of it. And a bunch of other things here. Definitely inspired a lot off of Mario, that's cool. There's this little building thing, I suppose, with a throne. There's this, which I don't know what this is exactly, but it is insane. This is one of the more jaw-dropping builds, but there's an even bigger build over there. Just when Aurora plot world does not surprise you enough. The people that build in this server are actually insane at building. And I respect that because that is very impressive. We got some small houses down here. Well, a house in the barn. 1-to-1 scale. It's pretty good for 1-to-1 scale. I gotta give it that. We got this barn as well, which has a gradient. Love the barn. We got this here. Some figures, people, whatever. There's that, which I think is just unfinished version of what that was over there. There's just a bunch of stuff in this random stuff in this plot. Designs, plans, whatnot. They made this person that is holding down a sword. There's this as well, which I like. And over here we got the Grins. Love the Grins, it's a good movie. Over here, we got this, a little fan carrying a buddy, which has a whole building on top of it. There's like some vines growing on the roof and stuff like that. And there's a tower, on the top of it. And then there's this building which is massive. There's this huge cathedral. Insanely tall for a cathedral. I haven't seen a cathedral this tall before. And then there's this. We got that same person holding down a sword over here. In the ground is kind of like a mirror. They made the ground to where it actually gives like a smooth mirror effect by replicating what's on top on the bottom. I haven't seen something like that in a Minecraft build in a hot minute. And that's how the farthest the plots go. There's another ship that's being worked on, and there's this huge building. I don't know exactly what this is, but it's huge. Detailed windows too. This stuff is incredible. We got German flags. There's this huge dome tower on top of it. It's as unfinished, but it looks very good. In the back's non-existent. I imagine it'll be finished pretty soon, as this is huge. There's this over here as well. It's kind of like the same kind of thing as over there. I think they just built those and then just put them into the real build. We got this over here, little house. Life 2 plot. Like it. We got this medieval thingy over here. I like it. And this isn't even all of it. Like, I've probably only explored like half the map on. Not even that, actually. Probably not even half of that. Because this world is actually huge. Imagine this will be the next building competition. They're even making their names fancy for the competition. And now we're down here, closer to where like more of the stuff actually is. There's these mid-rise townhouses, which I like. The guy who built this actually joined my Discord server and posted these builds a couple days ago, so if you scroll up in my build showcase channel, my Discord server, you'll actually be able to find those. And there's 3D use tree designs, which is pretty cool. Maybe I'll steal these, I don't know. 3D use, might as well. Anyways, we got this castle. We got a whole village. There's this river. All of this terrain, handmade. With this huge ass motherfucking castle on top. There's some incredible builds around here. They have I think what it was is a castle. They had a castle building competition. So there's a bunch of castles. This they didn't get very far with. We didn't look at that house, so I'm going to look at that house real quick. Pretty nice house. We got some cool power lines as well. Curved road. Good roads. This kind of like has a dome top in that turret room. And this part's diagonal. Pretty cool. We're in the southeast sector, so we haven't even seen any of the stuff that's west in the world yet. There's this big dome thing that's being worked on. I think I already went over that, but I don't know. There's this really small medieval house. 1:1 scale. Serves the job well. It gets the job done. There's this one sandstone castle. A bunch of endstone as well. It has this really grand look from the front, which I like. Search place, valid placements. That's actually one of the better ones. It has an interior too. So, probably gonna spend a hot minute looking at this. It has a completed interior. At least in the bottom few floors. I don't know if the top floors have. Oh, yes, they do. The entire thing has a full interior. I have to look at this. What's down here? We got. Oh, yeah. Very high grand ceilings. They're furnace too. I wouldn't say all of them are fully furnace, but like these are good. There's this grand room, dance floor. We got this stuff of like greenery and statues in the middle. A library area there. There's a pond inside of the castle with a chandelier. And this is the same thing but on the other side. And now let's take the stairs up to the top. We have another kind of library slash like, and it's also a map room as well. Over here we got this kind of room. It leads to a bunch of different rooms. And this is the other room, which is kind of like a dining area. That goes to yet another staircase. There's a balcony to here that goes all the way around. Pretty much. There's this room here as well. And there's this in the middle, which has this very grandiose feel to it. There's these two rooms off to the side, and there's these huge dome windows that look outside. This doesn't really go. These don't really go much of anywhere. There's scaffolding that goes up. It goes up into the towers. But yeah, we've covered most of the main rooms of the castle. Dun-dun-dun. Alright, let's go into the next build. This castle here, this is crazy. There's so much going on, and that's not necessarily a bad thing when you're that good at building. You got this one as well, which I like. Pretty nice, has a little farm outside of it. This one too also has a full. Anyways, as I was saying, this one also has a full interior as well. I'm not gonna explore the full thing, so the video doesn't take all day to watch. So I'm not gonna look too deep into the interiors of any other ones. This is a very nice castle now. I love it. Same with this one. This castle is incredible. There's some valleys. There's some landscaping as well. I love this. Except there's this one. This one's not finished yet, but I like it. And we're back here. I've seen this area before. We got this. There's lots of fire along the paths. This other castle. It also has an interior. There's this little village. There's a dome outside of it, as I love. This was not a competition plot, though. It says L-shaped challenge, but this is not an L-shaped challenge. We got some Japanese stuff over here. There's not really too much to it though, so there's this though, which I like. It's kind of It's like a castle on the sea. It's just really cool. There's a little village outside of this with some farms and trees as well. There's this house which has been invaded by bees. There's lots of honey all inside of it. And the inside's half destroyed. There's a ton of like tiny houses and shops here that are medieval. Windmill blade designs too. More designs in air. This one's unfinished, it's just a facade. I like this facade though, it's good. Whatever that is, I don't know what that is. There's this, which we got some. It's a huge tree and some very. It's a very huge scale forest with like different types of flowers. And some magnificent wall art. Another castle. There's a lot of different castles and surprisingly a lot of these huge castles actually have full interiors. Lots of different colors going on here. I love it. There's the big tower here with the bell on top. There's a couple other house designs down here. That one's unfinished. This one. And we got this one here as well. Little water side house. I don't think water really works like this, but it is what it is. I don't think water works like that. And there's this kind of like petrified trees, volcanic theme. Here we got a big plot that's kind of like a suburb. We're getting into where the cities are for the city building competition that happened last year. I actually participated in the building competition last year for cities, but I dropped out because of lack of time. And plus I wanted to grind my own city, so yeah. Very nice houses there. That one's nice. This one's nice too. I don't know if scaffolding was the best window block to use in this case, but good build still. We got this kind of government building, town hall / courthouse, kind of thing. With a statue in front of it. Nice. And then there's some other low-rise buildings. This one's got a dome on the building. That we've already looked at. We got a fighter jet there. Random tree. Someone started the house, but that never really went through. There's this building that's it's really good. Really big scale too. I imagine this would look really good once it's completed. It's kind of sad how many unfinished builds here that stay unfinished there are. Modern building, floating tree, that huge dragon with its back cut off. There we go. We got a tree with cobwebs for the leaves. I think this is. I feel like this is set in the winter, just those white leaves, but the ground would be snowy too, so that doesn't make sense. Yeah, as I was saying, because my internet killed itself again. I love this house. There's a lot of detail in this house, and the gradient is pretty clean as well. We got doll there. Someone started the house there. Never got done though. House there. Fairly straightforward, but good house. There's a crap ton of table designs over here. There's a crap ton of table designs. I should honestly use some of them. There's an aircraft carrier. It carries tanks and other military personnel and vehicles as well. There's this, which is a huge scale kind of art of the outside of a house. This is honestly one of the best builds on here. It looks real. Except for the cat, because of how blocky the cat is, but this is impressive. I actually wish I had this kind of building talent. There's this flower, there's this little vase with the flowers. Cardinal, it says. House. Again, I don't know about the scaffolding on the windows, but still good. M1. This little medieval house, it's really cute. Looks good. And here we got an animal pulling a sled. Is this rounded dome thing? This other Japanese tower, I love it. These other tower frames. House there. Unfinished building there. And we gotta go back for these because I hadn't toured these. Like this building here. Pretty nice. Little palace. Another castle. There's a ton of castles here. Yeah, pretty nice castle. It looks like it has a full interior, it does. We've got a town here with like some apartment buildings attached. This one has like this cool tower on it. Love it. Some diagonal builds too. I love diagonal builds. They're cool. But I don't make diagonal builds because I suck at building. Got a sark down there and a ship on top. We have this other castle. I like this castle. Very colorful. No interior, but still a very good build. And over here we got this house. Like the house. I think it's supposed to be kind of a more modern house. We got this thing, a little house. We got a little house in the middle of, I don't know what all this is going to be. But we'll find out once it's done. We got all these sips. I haven't even seen these sips too. There's even more sips. But all these sips have like insane quality. I have seen that train. But I haven't looked at these sips, so here we are. Another one. So many sips in this world. This one really stands out to me though, because like this huge scale boat is made very realistically. It's inside a fish tank. Which is on this really nice table, which has some pottery and books underneath it. Probably one of the best builds that Pigeon has made. We got a plane, a yacht, some more yachts. The boat store. The letters could use work, but pretty cool. And they actually sell like boats. And there's some vehicles here as well, where they load the boats into the sea. There's this here. Dark Horse. Not bad at all. I don't think I've seen whatever this is here. I don't know what this is, but it's something. Yeah, we're still in the east section of the world. We haven't even toured half of the world yet. And it's been like an hour. We got this really nice townhouse. I love this building. It would fit perfectly in Bazooka City if it was in Bazooka City. Like, that is a really good building. There's this as well. I like this. They're still unfinished though. Those have been unfinished for like months, unfortunately. Unfortunately, a lot of builds here don't get finished. Which sucks, but it is what it is. Modern house, pretty simple, but it gets the job done. We got a little town here. Very simple power lines, but it gets the job done. We got some silos in this little like rural neighborhood, and in an old water tower. This is pretty cool. There's another castle. Also has a full interior, which is incredible. More military vehicles over here. I don't even think we've looked at these yet. Or maybe we have, I don't know. Yeah. Very good builds all throughout here. This world is so big that I'm now like genuinely getting confused what I have explored and what I haven't explored. There's just so many really good builds on here. I'm low-key still getting lost in this. Got this building, which was in the beginning of the video. A lot of random stuff out here. They're all pretty nice. House. Big big Cape Cod style house with a big expansion onto the other side, which is a garage. And there's this, which is corner buildings. Nice. This house, the back is cut off of the house, but what's currently here is pretty nice. You can kind of see the upstairs of the house. This one's kind of like an attic space, but this one's been finished and converted into a bedroom. You got a street light. We got a mech. I'm pretty fascinated with mechs. Like, the mechs are pretty cool. This castle, love it. Whatever that is. There's another castle over here. Basically all stone. But it still looks really good. Lots of different levels to the castle. And there's some wooden parts as well. There's a lot more random stuff along here. There's a guitar. We got this cathedral over here. Some a yacht. Plans for another cathedral over there. That one looks familiar. Yeah, we've seen. Let's see. Yeah. We've seen like all that area over there. All that area over there pretty much. And this is where the spawn is. So I think we're officially like getting close to halfway of actually seeing this map. The whole Aurora plot world. Medieval village out here. This was also in the intro. Cool like castle of a village here. Japanese thing. Some mountains. More Japanese things. Whatever that thing is, whatever that beast with 4 arms is. This looks like a monster. Yeah, that is the spawn. There's some more medieval stuff outside of it. And there's this, which was also in the intro, house with a garage. It's outside this like little bridge, like this little archway thingy. That's like pretty cool. These trees are cut off, but what's here? This clock tower. Very nice clock tower. And there's that tower as well. We've seen that. Yeah, we've seen all the stuff like that way. I think we've seen all the stuff that way. So we're going into the stuff that's this way. I don't know what that means. We got a farmhouse with a windmill, it seems. Farmhouse attached to a windmill. Another castle with scaffolding as windows. Scaffolding windows seem to be a pretty popular thing here. There's this. I like it. Oh my god! Wait, this is layered. This is layered glass, so it kind of gives the effect of murky waters, and the pillars just fade the farther down it goes. This is layered glass with like multiple different shades of glass blocks. It's genius. There's this. inside of the kiwi on a kiwi, that's what it says. This little village, some dirt roads with overhead power lines. We got a cute little house on top of the thing. Got a flower pot. Got a pot with a small tree on it in it. Got a cute little house there, and another and a bigger house here that's not finished. There's this huge modern house over here. It does have a full interior. I guess we'll look at this one. Awesome. Kind of skipping my way throughout the house. Staircase goes up to the upper floor. It's actually a 3-floor building by the looks of it. And is this which is a school? Yeah, school here with a full interior as well. Modern building here. And there's these buildings. Everything's the same block. This building. I doubt it's done yet though. And this is where we're getting into the stuff from the city building competition that happened not too long ago. There's this cool roads with tire marks all over the roads, which is a good addition to detail. This one has some gothic older buildings. Which again I really love. Always decent. They made a house. They just made a singular house by the looks of it. Yeah. I like it. There's this. This is one of my favorite plots. You got this kind of flat tire kind of building. Some other buildings on diagonals as well. We got another house. Not the greatest of houses, but it gets the job done. And in here we got sips that we got sips and like loading and stuff. I don't know. This is the construction site. Fairly simple kind of buildings here. I like it. There's only one building here, but it's a pretty nice building. These power lines as well. There's this stuff which has been split in half. Me after Taco Bell, that is actually relatable. Cause if you know anything about Taco Bell, if you eat Taco Bell, if you eat Taco Bell, you might as well say goodbye to your house, cause that's what happens when you eat Taco Bell. Your house explodes. Why are you a bag here? Why not? We got more low-rise. We got low-rise buildings. Really nice street. Very well built. The street. We got these. The power lines are on top of the buildings. I don't think I've seen power lines like that before, where they're on top of the buildings. We got some mix between modern and old stuff here. Trams. There's some people on motorbikes as well. And cars. Like it. this is info about building competition. We've already looked at those modern buildings. And now we got this, where we got these couple buildings. Great job on these buildings. This, I don't know what the fuck is, I don't know what kind of crack someone was on while making the outside walls of this, but if we look in here, it's a hockey stadium. It actually looks good on the inside. Just, I don't know what happened while it was making these walls. Over here we got some modern stuff. I like it. Nice. Cabin. Log cabin kind of thing. With a statue. Doppy's built. I don't know who Doppy is, but he did a pretty good job at building. Here we got this, which is pretty nice. And he got disqualified, big skill issue. We got some one-to-one action over here. Nice. There's that over there. I'm not gonna tour that window. It's unfinished. Huge cathedral over there. It's also unfinished. We got another cute medieval town. There's a lot of these, and it's on the edge of a cliff that has like farms underneath it, and also some creeks. That's just a pond with some things in there. And this building, I don't know what this building is, but I like it. But it looks really nice. This over here, those are in the portal blocks underneath there. Underneath the tree roots. Interesting build. More trees. We got another tree here. I like it, kind of like a coastline to an ocean. That's a very well built palm tree. I don't know what this is, but it looks incredible. There's a little church over there. I'll look at that church. I like it. Very nice church. Got a small castle there. And then we got this really overscaled building here. Nice. We're at that log cabin from the back now. We got whatever this is. We got a building. It's just a facade for now. Some conversation and signs going on. Medieval town. We already looked at this. Oh wait, the school's gym is actually getting cut off by the end of the plot. That's unfortunate. Oh, we've already looked at that building. Look back over here. We got Mysterio, some art, including Spider-Man. That we've already looked at. Got this little road with a cabin, kind of a rustic modern cabin. has there's a bunch of skylights too. Some poles. We got some boulders in the ground that is also helping support the house. Very cute, tiny little house there. And there's this ocean pretty, and there's spawn. We're back to spawn. We got this unfinished build, but it looks really nice. Another mag. Steampunk kind of vibe to this clock. We got a sip there. Wooden zip sails too. Got a church here with an interior. Oh fuck yeah. This is a good church. I like this. I like this church. Awesome. Got a house here. Pretty nice house. I don't know what this I don't know what this is. There's like a shrine at the top. There's like a big hallway. Medieval stuff. More medieval stuff. Pretty cool little coastal kind of village. We got a big mushroom. This, I'm pretty sure we're back at the north again, so shouldn't be long until we see builds we've already explored. We got whatever this is, extremely colorful. And there's this village with the mushrooms, town, whatever you want to call it. Got a couple more towns. Little more towns as well, like this one in the forest. There's this another town with lots of rivers and a waterfall. Got another house here. Another church. More medieval shirts. And the interior is looking very nice. There's an insane cathedral over there. I gotta check that out later. But I want to get the stuff around spawn first, and then we want to get farther out as we progress. Sip. More mushroom stuff, village, town, whatever. There's this floating house. My vocal cords are starting to give me some problems because I'm talking. Because I've been talking for so long in this video. That guitar we've already looked at. All them castles we've already seen. Anything over there we've already seen. And there's this kind of dragon thing. Not sure exactly what it is. I think it's some kind of dragon. But it has the back of like a ladybug. And there's this Christmassy themed kind of build. I like it. There's a lot of winter themed builds here. Like this skyscraper. There's a skyscraper over here. We got what looks like gingerbread house kind of thing, barn. Another house with some snow. Snowy terrain. Military base of some kind. They're gonna be attacking the village. Underneath. There's this other one here with Christmas tree. It's like a Christmas tree here with like the mountains. There's even more stuff. There's just a bunch of houses and stuff here. We've very much. I've looked at those over. I've looked at the stuff there and over there, so I just go back around to the south. To end off the video. 2 houses that are snowed in. Here we also got another house, but it's a bigger house. Mansion with a little outhouse. Probably like a mother-in-law house or something outside of it. And there's this garage. More Christmassy stuff. They must have done a building competition on the related to winter because there's a lot of snowy builds in this area. Another mansion with a pond in front. And some rolling hills. Some more stuff. Gingerbread houses. Yeah, Santa Claus. Chat, do you guys believe in Santa Claus or not? Tell me in the comments. Do you believe in Santa Claus? We got a living room, which pretty chill. There's a cat. Some chairs. With the dog in the chair. And you got a fire here with the stockings, and they're watching Netflix. And we got a small Christmas tree with presents underneath it. It definitely gives off the Christmas vibe. We got another house. It's a diagonal house, so I like it. There's like lava underneath the ground. More gingerbread kind of stuff. Reindeers. We got a pink Victorian house. Very detailed. I've seen that one already. Why does the Grinch have a baby owl? But yeah, it is the Grinch. We got the Grinch and we got a nuke. I don't know where the nuke's going, but it's a nuke. Got another gingerbread kind of thing. Whatever that is. I think we've basically seen all of that stuff. And now the stuff over here is the next things to have meet. This plot, they made a huge plot for this. This is huge castle kind of town. Real little taco, the Alford. There's like a little coliseum there. Some more buildings on the mountainside. Very cool. This is one of my favorite plots. So whoever built this one, you're insane. and so definitely get an award. This is that cathedral I was talking about earlier. It's just a facade. So we got some we got blimp, whatever that is. Another clock up there. That castle over there was insane, so I'll check that out. I'll get to that eventually. And there's this thing. There's this, which I think is gonna be another. It looks like it's gonna be another mech. Shirts. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. We've already looked at that one. We haven't seen these though. I think this was the most recent city comp. If I'm not wrong. This plot really wasn't the best. Okay, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't that city comp. No, it was not. No, this is the Halloween competition. There's a lot of cool stuff like this. I like this plot of the church and the gravestones. There's this haunted pavilion. There's this little thing with gravestone, fenced in gravestone. We have this here. We got a huge pumpkin over there. Medieval house and another little house. This house on top of the mountain is kind of cool. I like the way this bridge is built. My vocal cords and my throat are suffering by the second. Another haunted house. Cool. Now we got a city, and now we got towns, railroads, cool building. I like this. As a city builder, I love these. I love it when people build cities, it just looks cool. This basic modern skyscraper here, pretty basic, but that's basically all modern skyscrapers, so there's this here. Not sure exactly what that is. We got a little dragon. Pavilion. Slash, no wait. Yeah, I think that is like some kind of pavilion. Wouldn't be a house. Someone was building a cathedral there, but didn't get very far. There's this big tower. This big tower is pretty cool. Hold on, I've already seen that one. There's this gigantic village that is medieval. And another gigantic build over there. Love it. Wait a minute. This was the city comp plots. Yeah, I remember this. This was the one I participated in. What I've built here isn't alive anymore. This area is a little bit laggy because of the builds. Yeah, a lot of cities. A lot of like stuff you'd see in cities, like park, modern buildings, like older buildings, all that. above ground metros. There's a lot of different stuff here. It's like castle city, or there's a Baroque style city over there. There's this over here, never got done. Oh my lord, this area is kind of laggy. This one's one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites. Cause like, look at you going through the street. Like, it actually looks like a real city. It actually looks like a real little town. And that's a train station. San Andreas train station and communications. And that, and outside of this, yep, you got the trains. Yeah, all this stuff's pretty cool. There's another Baroque city with all the gold stuff. This is the northwest corridors, so we've basically seen. We've seen probably like 3/4 of like the stuff that's mainly in the map. We got some smaller things around here like churches, house. We got this. Another house, block vomit. I hate block vomit, but it's still a good house. That building is insanely big. This one is just huge. And there's this one person named Riders that's building all these huge castles. All these huge castles at big scales. All these houses are kind of like the same in terms of like the colors and stuff, animals there. We've seen that. We've seen all that stuff over there. We just got a bunch of medieval stuff here. All of it's looking nice. We got this. Oh, this is cute. It's like some dirt paths. We got some medieval houses. They're on stilts. God damn it! I can't speak. After filming for so long, I can't speak. Anyways. Another house. I love it. Yeah. And that is the north corridor. We started right there and went that way around. This building, I actually built this right here. I tried to build 1-to-1 still. I only did the facade because like I don't care much. But yeah. And just to confirm, Bazooka. That's like the only thing I've actually like built in this world that's still here. But I might build more in the future, I don't know. Another house, medieval. Well, it's not. I wouldn't call that house. It's apartments. There's a lot of just random stuff out there. Not really much past that point. 2 Japanese buildings. We got this over here, too. All the signs are lined. We got some action figures over there. There's an arcade machine over there. maybe I do have a reason to go over here. We got Pixel Bass. We got Pac-Man on here. Awesome. We got the Pac-Man, then we got the 4 little ghosts. There's this other mech. There's some other art here. Paintings, whatever. Angles. Hand study. Curve study. Hand study with Corpos. That's cool. I don't think I've looked at these. Cool buildings though. We've basically seen all the stuff there, so we're gonna trace back to the rest to see what's left of what we need to explore. Okay. This is kind of cool. I like this. That dome is built really well. Same with this townhouse. They made art with the signs. It's the Aurora pub, which is pretty cool. No interior, but for now, we got another ice racing track. What is this? It's a smaller builds. Not much over here. There's really two lights on this. Most of those. Look at this. This Asian house. At the street here with what looks like a bus stop of some kind. I like how he incorporated the layers that road has, like a real road, because the real road has like multiple layers, but what you don't see below the asphalt. The river, which is built very well. We got the house itself. Another Asian pavilion. And this was the Oriental competition. And I've seen this one before, this town. Alongside a hill, that's pretty cool. They got these power lines and the street lights. I like the gradients in the roads, which tells you like the road is more worn out in some spots and others. There's an above ground metro that goes above the city. Well, it's not really a city, it's a small town. Got some stores, stuff here. You got a lot of your houses further up the hill. More Asian style buildings. And like these plots. Yeah, kind of. Basically, all these builds are Asian build or Asian style kind of builds. But most of them. That's why I think that small town there is unique. There's also this one guy holding the sword. Better be careful having that blade down there. There's this beast. It looks kind of like a gorilla, but at the same time it doesn't. There's a snake. It's a snake, but it's kind of like a. Wait, no, there's two snakes, but they're like dragons. Dragon snakes? What? I'll just call them the dragon snakes because boys and girls style buildings. That one up there. There is a cathedral here. I should build a cathedral sometime, but they're just really big. And I don't like to work on really big projects. Still, the biggest project I've done to this day was building Philadelphia City Hall, and that took like 2 weeks. Got this here, looks pretty nice. The arches are smooth. Simple little house, and it's the spy with a superstar, some robot. I don't know what that is. Some more little medieval towns, and then there's this here. Says the OSAPE challenge for it, even though it's not OSAPE. Artist Pigeon is sliding off and forgot to change some of those. There's a split level house here. Or at least it kind of looks like a split level with the way the windows are. Yeah, that's a split level definitely. House. We're back at the snowy stuff. We'll go back to what little is left. I think we've already seen that. I think we've seen all the stuff that's down there. Maybe not over here. This cathedral, we've seen that cathedral, but not any farther than that cathedral. We got an old city competition. We got cities here. What's this? We got some houses for this one. One Victorian houses. just trying to call me, but I'm filming the video, so we've already been here, so yeah. I don't think there's really that much more to explore. Anyways, chat. Yeah. I think I've explored everything. I could be wrong. There probably is more, but not a real significant amount more, but that I haven't explored. But I'm gonna call it a day. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you've made it this far, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good. I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.